What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Week 5 must start and must sit goaltenders video. Today, I'm going to run through some of my favorite goaltender matchups and some matchups that I think goaltenders are in a big disadvantage. Before we start this video, let's hop over to our player of the day. In this segment, I will give you a random stat that's associated with the player, and in the comment section below, it is your job to figure out who that player is. The random stat today is, this player has been coughing up the puck way more than anyone else, with 25 giveaways in the first month of hockey. Who is this player? Leave your answers in the comment section below. With Minnesota making a return to the ice this week, Cam Talbot becomes an extremely intriguing option in net. Over the last 3 years, Minnesota has been one of the top defensive teams in hockey. They have a third line that can shut down teams' top lines, and their decor is bolstered with strong defensive defensemen. Luckily for the Wild, their return this week has them in 3 favorable matchups. They begin the week on the 16th against LA on the road, a team that is known for high volume shooting and little goal scoring. Minnesota should be a pretty heavy favorite in this game, and Talbot's likely going to get the start. They continue their California road trip with 2 games against Anaheim on the 18th and 20th. The Ducks have been a nightmare offensively this season. In their 15 games, they only have 29 goals, which is the worst goals per game average in the league. Expect Koskinen to start one of these games, and he can be an easy stream target this week. Up next, we have Darcy Kuemper of the Arizona Coyotes. Kuemper has been a beast over the last 2 years and has been one of the many bright spots in Arizona's lineup this season. In his time in Arizona, Kuemper boasts a .922 save percentage and a .240 goals against average. These are elite numbers for any netminder, but his 49-43 record over that period doesn't reflect it at all. The Arizona offense has taken a pretty big step forward this year, and hopefully this can help Kuemper rack up a few more wins. This week, Arizona faces off against St. Louis for the 7th time this season. Yes, the 7th time. Both teams have put up a great fight in this lengthy series, and although St. Louis is going to be favored in the game, you should start Kuemper for the save percentage and goals against numbers. The win would be an added bonus. Arizona gets 2 much-needed days off, and then they're at home against LA on the 18th and the 20th. Like I mentioned above, LA is a high shot volume team that doesn't score often, and this is only beneficial for the opposing netminder. Raanta may pick up 1 start this week. I would probably look elsewhere for a streaming option, but Kuemper is definitely a must start when he gets the nod. The final must start goaltender is kind of risky this week, but it's the tandem in Washington. Assuming Samsonov returns to the NHL roster, him and Vanacek have a pretty good schedule given their division this week. They start on the road on Tuesday against the Penguins, who did show some scoring life last game when they beat the Caps 6-3. This is a matchup that you can look to sit your goalie, but as the week progresses, they have a game on the 18th against Buffalo and then 2 games on the 20th and 21st against the struggling Rangers. Buffalo hasn't played a game in 2 weeks, so we can expect them to be kind of slow out of the gate. We're assuming Washington's going to be pretty heavy favorites in this game. The Rangers are just averaging 2.3 goals per game right now, and we do think they will break out of this slump, but it's worth it to start the opposing goalies while the Rangers are very cold. The first goalie tandem I would sit this week is Juuse Saros and Pekka Rinne. This seems to be the theme all season, but as long as they continue to have ownership and roster percentage on Yahoo and ESPN, they're worth talking about. Nashville has the 4th worst goals for percentage at just 40.2%, behind teams like Ottawa, San Jose, and Detroit. They have a difficult schedule this week, with 2 games on the road against Dallas, and following that up with 2 games on the road against Columbus. I'm sure we all remember what happened when Dallas and Nashville met a few weeks ago. Let's just say it wasn't too promising for the Predators. Based on our power play and penalty kill rankings, Dallas is one of the top teams on the man advantage, going against a Predators team who ranks last in the penalty kill. Nashville are going to be underdogs in every game this week, and I would sit both goalies or look to pick up a streamer as their replacement. Up next is the other tandem I'd look to start this week. Mike Smith and Mikko Koskinen of the Edmonton Oilers are in some pretty tough matchups this week. They begin their week at home with 2 games against the Jets, who have been extremely good offensively. The Oilers, on the other hand, have struggled to keep the puck out of the net. They're giving up 3.25 goals per game right now, ranking them 3rd in the league behind only Vancouver and Ottawa. After the homestand against Winnipeg, Edmonton faces off against their division rival, the Calgary Flames. These games are notorious for having lots of fireworks, and the always resilient Flames are going to be a really tough opponent both offensively and defensively. Smith has had 2 promising starts so far this season, but the sample size is way too little for the 38-year-old. Assuming both goalies are going to split time this week, I would prefer to start Koskinen over Smith if you need to start one. If you're in a league that punishes you for having goaltenders who give up a lot of goals, then it's definitely worth it to sit both Edmonton goalies. That'll do it for a must start and must sit goalies video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you haven't already, click the link in our description and join our Discord. The Fantasy Puck community is growing and we want all of you to be part of it. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.